Hi, it's Catherine Best Gordon here in the Sugar Freedom Kitchen. Today I'm going to give you another simple recipe. As you know, what we say at Sugar Freedom is discover the simplicity of losing weight, and as I like to say, discover the simplicity of keeping it off. Another simple recipe, so a tasty vegetable that you can have for dinner tonight. I'm working with a client who's done very, very well on Sugar Freedom, and she did talk about the concept of falling off of the wagon. And very often, and I've done this myself, I've seen it myself, and I've seen it in my clients and students, that so often we fall off because the biggest thing, the first thing that slips is our vegetables. Because tasty vegetables, cooked vegetables, take some work and a little bit of preparation. It's not quite as easy as some of the things you can just reach out and grab to eat, but it is so worth it. So I want to share with you a simple and very tasty recipe. And I like to say tasty because a lot of times if we make things extravagantly delicious, there's that sense that you have to eat it all. Of course, I like to make it so it's tasty, but I don't have to eat it all. And here's some leftovers from lunch and the recipe that I just made. So you're going to start with a head of cauliflower, rinse it, and you're going to trim off the leaves and the bottom of the stem. But don't get rid of all the stems because you're going to grate those and they're actually going to go into your recipe. You're going to use half the head of cauliflower in this recipe, so cut it in half, and then you're going to use a box grater to grate the cauliflower. Or you can use a food processor or just simply chop it up really fine, get it chopped up fine. The thing is, if you use a box grater and you shred it, just like you would shred cheese, you're gonna get a consistency that's very much like rice. So you've got your half a head of cauliflower, pan on the stove. I use butter, but if you wanna make this a vegan dish, you can use olive oil instead. So you're gonna take half a white onion, you're gonna dice it up fine, and you're gonna take 2 cloves of garlic, and in those go into either the butter or the olive oil. And you're gonna cook those, they're gonna get fragrant and they're gonna start to get translucent. And once that begins to happen, then you add your riced cauliflower to your large pan and start to cook it. And here's where the simple and tasty part comes in. There's just 3 seasonings, and then of course, salt and pepper on top of that you're going to use to give it the color and the flavor that you want. We want to keep it really simple. We want to have seasonings that are just generally in your cupboard. You're going to have these and they're going to be on hand. Let's start with the simplest one. It's going to be garlic powder, and I hope you have garlic powder on hand. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is going to give it the Spanish flavor, half a teaspoon of this, and then a half teaspoon of paprika, which is going to give it more color and more flavor. It's going to be a little bit of hot and spicy, going to be tasty. So once again, garlic powder, ground cumin, paprika, half teaspoon of each of those, and then salt and pepper to taste. And you're going to cook that until it's done. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. Get it soft and get it to the consistency of rice. Then you're going to add a quarter cup of chopped cilantro. You can add half a cup if you want more cilantro, but I think quarter cup is about the right amount. And once again, there's that delicious flavor. And then to add more interest and more deliciousness and flavor, you're going to serve that with some salsa and some avocado, and there you have it. Add your favorite protein. I did this with just a simple top sirloin steak. I did it last night with chicken thighs, and there you have it. You're ready, you've got your meal. If you want a little bit more volume in your meal, you can add a garden salad on the side, whether you're at lunch or whether you're at dinner. I've served this to guests, I've served this to family, I eat it myself, and it is definitely tasty enough to serve to guests, but not so overwhelmingly tasty that you feel like, oh my gosh, it's so good, I have to finish the whole thing. So there you have it, very simple Spanish cauliflower rice here from the Sugar Freedom Kitchen. Get the whole program at sugarfreedom.com. It's been out since December of 2013. We've sold over 2,000 copies. I'm so grateful to everyone who's bought the program. And I know I want to finish the program, finish an update with more recipes, and also the ketogenic version of Sugar Freedom by my birthday in April. one of the reasons I haven't had the fire under me to do that is because the program works as written. I mean, it's working really well. The people who commit to it, to following the program long term, are truly getting results. So it's a little bit difficult to change it when it is working. But I do understand that people want more recipes. They want troubleshooting tips. And they also do want that ketogenic version of Sugar Freedom, which is very effective if you find that your great cravings are getting the best of you. So if you have any questions, you can email me, Catherine@sugarfreedom.com. If you're looking for personal training, you can go to catherinetraining.com. And I hope to see you again soon here in the Sugar Freedom Kitchen. Bye-bye, everybody.